Yo, what's going on? How you doing, Ginger? Turkey? Stevo? Yeah, absolutely, Turkey. That was an odd day. Like you can just tell from the title, there wasn't really much. If you're a trader, if you're in and out taking profits quickly, it was a good day. It was volatile. You know, you could have made money both ways. I didn't really do much. I want to wait for kind of a direction so I can actually take some heavy trades. This is just up down. Like if you look intraday on SPY, like what is this? Like rip off the open those Monday morning flows, then they dumped it. What's up, G Money? Good trading today, guys. I personally didn't do much today. What's up, Andrew? Still a little tired from the weekend, but there's a lot of great plays called out in MSL today. Like G Money nailed puts, HK nailed puts, Goldman's Tesla call in the morning, Bucky hitting every put that he calls. Yush hit so many plays as well. So hopefully you guys caught some of those moves and made a little bit of money. Just being patient myself. I want direction. Someone in the group, I think Dunish, just asked me, "Are you bullish or bearish for tomorrow?" What? How? I have no answer. I usually have some kind of lean, some kind of way, like either I'm bearish or bullish, but that I don't even know what that is. It's like a quadruple top intraday, double bottom intraday, and we ended like almost where we opened. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I think Bullard is talking right now. He is known to be a very hawkish Federal Reserve member, so he usually tanks the markets. Let's see if they respond in futures tonight or tomorrow, and we'll see where we go from there. Overall, on the daily picture on SPY, it's just a mess. Like it's choppy. It's we took out lows from last week, which is bearish, but then we closed back above those lows. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Honestly, I couldn't tell you if we're gonna go up or down tomorrow. The reason being the longer term charts, all the weekly charts on most stocks, the weekly charts look like they're topping. Daily charts look bearish. They look like they're in a downtrend with some bear market rallies in the middle. But the only thing that stops me from being so bearish is this daily. Like look at the daily stochastics are way over, right? So if you go back in history, every time the stochastics are down here, we usually get a 3-4 day bounce before any continuation lower, if we do get continuation lower. So you see the stochastics here, we got a huge bounce. Stochastics here, we got a huge bounce. Here we got a huge bounce, and right now we're right back at those levels. So the shorter time frame, can we bounce for 2-3 days? Absolutely. Will we go down more? Most likely we will by the end of April. I don't know if it comes next week, the week after that, but for right now, the RSIs and the stochastics where they are, we are due for a small little bounce all over. QQQ, same thing, just chop. I don't even know what to say about this. Same thing, took out last week's lows. Honestly, it's a weak daily candle, even through all that mess that we went through today. XLF actually held up better than most. Closed green on the day. Closed pretty good. I mean, overall on the daily, we are still below all the moving averages. The chart is ugly. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people are bullish on banks. And there's a reason to be bullish on banks. There's a lot of call flow, and they have been stronger than tech recently. But if you look at the daily chart on XLF, this is not something that I'd be too excited to long. That looks like a topping pattern to me. But let's see where it goes. IWM as well. Still holding this little support here all the way from January 28th. It's like a little ascending support. If we break below there, I think we do get a lot of follow through to the downside. But for right now, look how low the volumes are, guys. It's like no one is trading. There's no liquidity in this market. So basically, like big boys, big players with a lot of money can just move the market by themselves. Look at SPY. Look at the volume right here. We haven't had volume this low since December 28th, right before that big drop. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we start getting a little volume in here and some kind of direction. So a couple names I did notice for relative strength today. I want you guys to keep an eye on this Fastly. There was some rumors last week that Google was going to buy them out. And I've just been watching price action. I want to see. Usually the price action will hint towards whether that rumor is true or not. Right now, Fastly, if it closes above 1926, which is the 50-day moving average, I'm very, very interested in this name. Because if those rumors are true and Google does buy them out, this stock will be a double overnight, most likely. So keep an eye on Fastly, put on your watch list. There is a massive gap to fill as well. So even if the rumors aren't true, the chart is set up to bounce a little bit. We got a gap all the way to 2787, guys. So any close above 1926, I'll probably get long Fastly. And then the target would be a gap fill up to 2787. I think it should be a pretty straightforward play as long as the market holds up. Apple, a bunch of people just killing this over and over, calls, puts, whatever, over and over. And so this is what I'm watching here. So there's a little resistance that we broke through on that big bear market rally. Came back, we retested it once, it bounced off it. This time it's retesting again. Will it bounce? We did close above it technically. If it bounces again, look for a 2-3 day bounce. Again, I'm not bullish for the long term, but I'm talking about like shorter term bounces. Definitely a possibility, especially on Apple. As you guys see, the stochastics are down here as well. So let's see if we get a little bounce off this retest or if we just break down. And I do think Apple goes to the 200-day moving average, which is now 158, but when I said it first, it was 157. So watch for a 200-day test on Apple. Twitter, also huge relative strength today. Last week was a bunch of consolidation. Obviously, when a stock moves up 27% in one day, we're going to need some consolidation, and that's just what it's doing. Like, this is a perfectly healthy, normal price action. Why do I say that? Because you also have this VCP action. You see the volume price contraction, and then this was a perfect entry, I think, April 13th. Then we had a big sell-off off that news for Elon. Obviously, if you're investing in anything that Elon has, you have to know like when he's tweeting, and you have to be prepared for volatility, especially on his words. But this is setting up for a run, I think. I think Twitter will at least go and test that 200-day moving average at 51.20 now. So we'll just change that. So probably a 200-day test coming on Twitter as long as nothing else comes out bad news-wise. Other than that, we got Bitcoin. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. It told us the move was going to happen today. So today I came into today with some puts. I did have some Uber puts during the day as well. The reason I closed them, first of all, BTC is a big correlation to the NASDAQ. When Bitcoin starts flying, usually the NASDAQ follows it. So that's one red flag for puts for me. And we did close at near high of the day on Bitcoin, near market close. That's one. Another thing that everyone in MSL knows, I use the semiconductors to gauge as well. And at that point, when the market was going down, semis were all green. So that's another red flag if you're bearish. So that's two red flags, and then there was something else that happened. Forget what else happened, but yeah. That made me close out my puts and stay kind of neutral for the day. I did hold Uber puts overnight. I hit this one earlier. It was a nice 35-40% gain, but obviously I had to get out for like 10-15%. I took the profits. I don't even count it as a trade. Why? I just explained to you why I got out of my puts. But again, overall, the bigger time frames, Uber is bear flag breaking down here. As you guys see, big move down. Stocks don't go straight up or straight down. They need to consolidate. So a huge move down. Then we got that bounce into a bear flag. And then today was the break. So let's see if we can take out today's low, 31.47. I think Uber can come down a lot more. Other than that, I mean, let's see what happens. I'm not too bullish or bearish for tomorrow. I have no idea what happens. And let's take it day by day. I hope you guys had a good day. Thank you guys for attending, and I will see you tomorrow.